Guys, the Brown Railfan here, and we're doing yet another layout build update. Now, as you can see, I actually have put a piece of the corner in here because, and I wasn't going to show you guys this yet, but yeah, we got the entire piece on that wall now. Don't ask how long it took to cut this piece. It was like an hour. For some reason, the measurements just never lined up properly, but there you go. Anyways, back to what it's about. And that is just continuing this part of the main line. Keep in mind, I will be running all the wires underneath the points eventually, but I just want to get the whole layout set up so I know where I need to start putting in drop wires and that. So first things first is, gotta put a straight piece in right here. And I actually do have some straight pieces here with me right now. I don't think any of them are the right length, but you know. I'm gonna have to cut a few. I already know how to cut a few pieces to match it, so that's what I'm doing. Because the curve's gonna be going right here. That's why I've added this extension bit. Is so I don't have to. So I can have this all a little closer to the edge of the table. Don't worry, I'll be putting things up here to block it eventually, so trains don't go flying off. Because until then, I'm gonna go very slow in the layout. So what I'll probably do is I'll get it operational before I do scenery, just so I can, you know, get engines running in that, and, you know, doing videos on that and stuff like that, before scenery, just so, you know, we can finally have the layout running. First got this piece off. See, it's slightly weird having the table up beside me here. Because I've been talking about building it for so long. There we go. And to finally have it, you know, sitting here is surreal. I actually built the two right tables all yesterday. And when I say yesterday, it's really weird because for you guys, it's like a month from it, because right now it's January 15th, but this will be coming out in February. So for you guys, it is complete off timing-wise, but you know. See, you guys are seeing it at one time, and I'm building it like a month in advance. Just because I'm filming almost all of it, so there's a lot of stuff. And for now, this is the main stuff on the channel. They do have an Engines of series starting, and it's going to be a fairly short one. It'll only be about 3 videos. One, because it's just a recent acquisition, and that one also have one that was a temporary acquisition, because one of their engines was out of service. And then they have 2 other ones that you don't really know. I don't know much. There isn't much about either of them known publicly. And they're both the same model. I actually have the steam engine they have, because they only have one steam engine. No, I'm not saying what it is, but I'm sure that you guys can guess, just because I've dropped hints along the way. In fact, the layout, if you guys have watched since one of the very first episodes, you'll know. Oh dear. Don't drop the fish plates. You guys should have a clue of what it is. You know, it's going to be at the engines of the Prairie Dock Central. Might as well say it. I'll also do one for like their coaches and that. But, oh wait, this fish plate does not want to go on. There we go. It's official, the very first corner bit has been put in for this new section. Now it's going to be a little weird because I'm going to get you guys moved in. Actually, I'll move you guys right now. You guys can see here, yeah, this is pink foam, granted. I could have used some of the excess from the board down there. I'm going to use that somewhere else because I'm going to show you guys probably in the next update video, which I'll film after this, in that corner over in this corner, I'll be building a building. Like, I'll be building a little bit of a village kind of thing. You know, the Prairie Dog extension, which my modeling doesn't have that, but I'm giving myself several creative liberties, and more it's like the more gross aisles and everything's going to match up, but their locations will be a little different, just to keep it a little more interesting. Because frankly, the Prairie Dog Central, no offense to them, they're very flat and straight. They go from Inkster to gross aisles and as well to Warren. No, Warren I'm giving myself more creative liberty on, just because I want to have sheds at both ends of the layout. So it's going to have a shed, and its grain elevator won't be on the main line. But that's, again, something that you kind of have to do if you're having a tail chaser layout. You kind of have to make sacrifices like that, just so it all works out in the end. Oh, you guys can't see that either. I'm going to move you guys sideways here real quick. I'm going to try to make these videos shorter than I've been making them, because I've been making them like 20 minutes to half an hour, which is fine and all, but it is slightly ridiculous, I will admit. Now, I'm going to have this track come in some more. I could have put it farther back probably, but I want to make sure I have space for balancing out so, you know, the layout doesn't get chucked off. And once again, I am pinning this before because it's just in foam, so it's not going to damage anything, and it'll make it all a little bit easier when I actually go to do it permanently and back. Then I'll already know where all the points are for any point motors I need to put underneath, and for any holes I need to drill. So I'll take the layout up section by section, but I just want to get it running for now. I know you guys can't see what I'm hitting currently, but I'm going to get to camera shots soon enough. What the? There we go. What the? There's glue in the holes of these. What the? That's super weird. See, some place like this corner here, it's way up for some reason. Now for this one, I'm gonna have to pin it down either side of the truck. I don't really like doing that, but I have to. The middle hole is needed, and it's completely shot. You know, more just to keep it held down for now kind of thing. Because as soon as we're balancing again, any little things like this will be sorted. I was sharpening the nails. Yeah, because this piece here is causing me some grief for some reason. I'm not sure why. Let me just lower this piece a little bit. There we go. Still acting up here where I can't put a screw through. You know what? I'm gonna switch this piece of track around to the other side. I didn't want to do that, but it's for the best, I think. Just because it is catching badly. And hopefully this being on a flat will stop it from bending. Because it's bending up, I'll just grab another piece of track to replace it. Am I a little worried about the tracks staying too close together in the middle? Yes, but I'll just put a little straight piece in here to get these two tracks farther apart from each other. Because Because this previous way would have worked, but I was kind of nervous about it flying off, going crazy. And decided to move it. Because this piece of shark screen had glue in it, I never realized that. Like, in the holes. There we go. Yeah, and once I have another piece of track pinned down on the other side, it should fix that permanently. Perfect. I have the nice, perfect piece of little track here. Because here what I'll do is then they'll come back into the edge of the table. So I'll just quickly... I'm not going to pin this inner line in yet. Because it's pretty sturdy. As is. And this will probably be where I'll have to put the very first of the dropper wires in. Because underneath the foam, there's nothing besides the framework for the table. I'm not going to put extra bracing in between, like in the middle of the table, until I have where I want all the wiring sorted out and the point motors that go underneath. That way, I don't wind up with point motors or anything needing to go right exactly where there is or exactly where there is wood. So as you can see, these are fairly far apart, and they actually need to be out here at the edge of the table, which you guys can't even see. It's that far out, so I'm gonna get some curves real quick. Some of this is older brass track, but I have so much of it, I've decided to use it. It's not perfect, but I'd rather use it than have it laying around, Like, I have a ton of it. I know, being serious when I say that. Basically, it came with a bunch of the FlexiTrack I've been using, and I would use FlexiTrack for this, but quite frankly, I don't want the hassle of dealing with that right now. I'd rather use it for the straights. Especially if I need to cut a piece to get to the edge properly. So I'm using a combination of nickel plate and brass. It might look a little weird, but honestly, I don't care. It's the first layout I've ever built. I'm going to build it, and it'll be what it'll be. Basically, I don't know if I've told this story, but there's a guy on eBrandon, which is the local, classifieds kind of thing. For jobs, or for selling stuff, or just for news, or people wanting help shelving driveways, you know what I mean? Like, it's really for anything. I'm sure other places have it. But basically, we're selling a bunch of track. I think it was for $200, I want to say. Like, and it's a bunch of FlexiTrack too. I priced it down, and it ended up being like a tenth of the price, if not less, of actually like a full-on track, like normal track. If I go buy brand new, and sure, I could go buy brand new either concrete sleeper stuff, or the more what I like is the realistic wooden sleeper stuff. But hey, it works, right? I mean, the FlexiTrack alone made it worth it, and the curves are kind of a bonus. I wouldn't want to use curves like this because it does kind of limit you in what you're doing in a way. But again, it's my first layout. Do I care that much? Honestly, no. It's my first layout. I don't really care all that much if something's a little out of the ordinary, I'm going to pin the inside here. I'm actually starting to run out of pins, or out of track nails. Did not expect that. Yeah, the Engines of series may be released by the time this one comes out, or it may not. I have the script done for the Centrals number 3, but I'm not 100% sure what else needs to be done work-wise in the script. I'm not 100% sure. So, it might be up by this time, it might not, I don't know. But I'm really excited for it. I think it'll be a really good one. You know, because I had to add, like, places from, like, I want to say I used 5 or 6 different sources, but they all had a lot of different information. Like, as in, like, you know, they said, you know, they said random, like, things that the other ones didn't say. Not that they were wrong facts, it's just they were saying other parts to it that other ones hadn't included, kind of thing. So I found that pretty interesting. So hopefully, you guys like it when it does come out. Whenever it decides to come out. I haven't really set in stone a day yet. Or even like a rough time frame yet. I've kind of been waiting to see how the script writing goes for it. Because, you know, I don't want to say it'll be up, let's say, a week before this video goes out, for example. I don't know what exact date that is, but you get the idea. Like, I don't want to give a set date and then have problems with it or decide, no, I don't want to do it anymore partway through, you know? I'm pretty sure I want to do it because this isn't the second time I've tried to after I lost the original script. After, for some reason, my Google Docs reset itself. Which was fun. And also, by this time, the other channel I'm going to be working on, I'm going to have some videos up for it, probably. Now, it isn't my channel, but I'm basically everything but the on-screen for it. So basically, I'm going to be running the entire show for our local makerspace, basically. So that should be interesting. And it has 3D printing stuff. It has a wood shop. It has laser cutters. It has, if you can imagine, it probably has. It has CNCs. It has all that stuff. When Dad knows about it, knows quite a bit more about me. That's why he, for the most part, be the one doing it. And I'll just be behind the scenes, because that's what I understand. I understand the YouTube side of it. And that's always how I've been. I've always understood the YouTube side of it. Because I should have said this at the start, but I welcome all new subscribers and, like, new people to the channel. Especially at this point, because who knows at this point, in a few months from now, where the channel is going to be. I mean, you never really know how good your channel is going to do. It's not something, you know, you can predict or anything like that. It's kind of a, you know, you do what you can to make it work. And you just trial and error kind of thing, you know? My other channel, my main channel, Worship Guy 2005, has been having a large, like, increase in subscribers as of late. Because I've been trying other different kinds of ship shorts. But then here, you know, it's kind of oh good, that's too far in now. There we go. But for this channel, it's more just long form. Granted, it does have short form as well. But why is it suddenly all of a sudden picking up? Probably off camera, I'll get a Dremel and I'll Dremel this piece in to get another few screws in here. This seems to be the piece that's acting up. But anyways. Yeah, hopefully this channel I can figure out shorts that work for it as well. To help grow, because I mean, it's just interesting to see how it grows over time. I mean, again, like, both my channels are kind of more their passions, like, completely. You know, kind of more on my other, on Warfare 2005, I haven't released the video yet, but I have been making, I did make a video on, just trying to find a piece of shirt track here. I'm trying to leave the super long pieces to the end, just because they're the super long pieces. I'd rather, you know, cut up a smaller piece now than potentially need that smaller piece, or potentially need that bigger piece for something else later. This piece will be perfect. Oh, that was completely destroyed. That's not happened in a while. Yeah, I'm probably going to film an update after this one, so you guys will see more just total what I did. That's kind of what I've been doing for the most part. There's sometimes where I've done some off-camera work. Like the bench work you guys didn't see on camera. I wasn't going to film that. It was a pain to put on, I'll tell you that right now. Not because it was difficult, but just because they're 2x4 is cut in half, basically. Well, like cut in half lengthwise. Because that's just the way our club has it, and it seems to work really good for them. So that's what we did here. The other table, the main table that you guys have seen most of the videos on up to this point, or all the videos on up to this point, it is 2x4 only because it was originally supposed to hold plywood and a whole bunch of heavy stuff, but it doesn't anymore. Well, the plywood's still underneath, but I'm going to take it off. Or I might leave it, I don't know. What I'll probably do is once I get the track, like, figured out, what I'll do is I'll just kind of leave it there just to support that table. At least that's what I'm thinking so far, anyways. I'm not 100% sure. This, I still have to say, this is slightly weird. Having two channels at once. Because last time you guys really saw was on this channel was back when I was in grade 12, which granted was not, well, I graduated pretty much around the same time, I think the video 5 months ago went up. Well, 6 by the time this video comes up, but, you get the point. Trying to get the correct spacing here. And what I'm going to do actually is, because I still have to finish putting up a hill in the corner. There we go. And by a hill in the corner, you guys kind of saw where that was. And in previous updates, you'll have seen me working on some other pink foam stuff on the first board. Still need to put stuff there, so what I'm gonna be doing is actually disconnecting this. And then I'll be moving the table around so I can get in there and working on that. Which I think will be fairly interesting when I get it done. I'll probably, at one point I do want to make an N scale layout as well. Granted, it'd be one that kind of could roll underneath this. Because actually, like, whew, I've had this train table for about, I want to say since I was 4 or 5. And I'm 18 now. I'll be 19 in a few months. And I've had that train table for so long. It used to have Thomas stuff on it. But for the past few years, it's not had anything on it at all. And in fact, you guys have seen the TV that's on top of it actually right now. But what I want to do is I want to be able to roll it underneath the table. But I want to put a board on top of it. Not screw it in or anything because I don't want to damage it. But I'll build a frame and then attach a piece of foam or something on top of that frame. and build a small unscaled layout on top. That's kind of my idea. But that's not for a while yet, so don't get too excited for that. I don't intend on doing that for a bit yet. I want to get the main layout running. Not necessarily completely done, but definitely running first. And again, like something like this corner, it gets a really wide stretch here. Really wide in here, but I'm okay with that. Flip you guys around. Guys, a quick overview. Yeah, there's a window there. First, I apologize for the mess. I was working on some of the stuff there, so I'm gonna move this. I was using this guy to test things. What? Get back on your feet, MT. Yeah, I had the DCC system hooked up for a few minutes and ran that guy by 6789, my first DCC engine, and my first engine I put a decoder in myself. Well, my dad wired it, but that's not the point. And you can see there, still need to put the foam back in there. If you have any suggestions below what I should put on top of the flat foam there, let me know. Like whether I should maybe terrain it a bit, like, you know, put another piece on top of it, terrain it more. Keep in mind, some of those aren't lined up. Those aren't lined up properly. I need to push that one back a little bit more. But, you know, or if I should, same with the corner, they need to fix it. But anyways, or if I should build like houses or build a road, or, because I'm not sure what I should have on there. So let me know what you guys want to say, what you guys want to see with that down below. There will be another bridge there, like that piece there I'm cutting out. That piece that extends there, I'm cutting that piece out, and the bridge will go over a gap there. And again, that'll be a road going underneath there. Same with here. You know, there'll be the road going to the grain elevator. This one will probably have a road going to the grain elevator, and branching off to all the stuff here. There's pieces of track on the table, all the way down there. Because Inkster is going to be down there. Grosse Isles is going to be somewhere here. And then I'll have just like a little village just up in the corner there, up in a big piece of foam. In fact, I'll show you guys something right now, if you guys want to stay standing up. I'm just going to put it on the table here so you guys get an idea of how big it is. This piece. I'm going to cut it down to where it won't be this big, but that piece will get put in there. Just gonna move it off the table so I can show you guys a few more things real quick. Because I like giving these kind of overviews and what's happening next kind of thing when I'm doing layout builds. So I think in the next video what I'll do is I'll continue. I won't have any more work done here. I already know that because I kind of have an idea what I'm doing next. I'm gonna have the table cleared off. It's terrifying me. I hate it being this dirty. I'm gonna clean it right after this, actually. I despise it. It's just, I didn't move any of the controllers or anything off when I built the tables. So, I had to get all the wiring up underneath. It's so messy. In fact, I should have some more 2x4s right there. They're gonna be part of the bracing going in underneath. As you can see, there's no bracing. I mean, there is at the end, but that's it. And now that end piece there, you see there's another one identical to it on the other side. That is screwed into that one, but they're just screwed together just so they're sturdier. They can be unscrewed though, and the two tables can still be separate. And this is what I was meaning by this one is the thicker table than that one. Yeah, this is how I attached that. I literally just put a bunch of screws in there. It's not ideal, but it works until I glue it, until I properly like silicone it on that. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I think what I'll do probably in the next build video is over here, create the straights. They're going all the way down there. Stop there. There is a chair in behind there that I gotta move out. The only problem is, well, basically, you guys can't see this, but I have a table, then there's a couch. So I gotta get all the track and everything off the big table. Gotta fold it up, pull it in here to move that chair out. Because it's a recliner, so you can't really just lob it over the table kind of thing. But then I can get in there and I'll do a corner there, then I'll start on the back. What I might do in the next one is build up the foam in that corner there. I'm gonna build up the foam, I mean, like, pull this piece here that we're on, pull this piece right here, this piece, and put it on top of the one you guys are currently sitting on. And what I'll do is then and that way I can pull the one you're sitting on more to the right. That way I can actually get underneath the table. And then what I'll do is I'll build the foam on that table, because I don't want foam on cross sections. I'm okay with track being across the joints. I'm not okay with foam being across the joints. Because foam, or with the track, if need be, you can cut it. The foam, it's a lot harder to cut. And it can ruin that decoration. So if let's say, in five years, I move this out of my dad's basement and I move into wherever I end up being in 5-10 years from now. You get the idea? This is where that'll be. I want to move this. I might just leave it here for my dad to use. And, go start my own second one might be a possibility. But that's years down the road. That's not now. Like, wait, you're going to be one of those living at your home until you're 25? No. What I'm planning on doing is working full-time for a few years, then joining the railway. That's kind of always been my plan. Like, kind of like when I was thinking when I was 20, I'd apply, maybe 21, but probably 20. Because I'm 18 right now, I'll be 19 in April. So, probably for another year and a half, 2 years. Then who knows, because you have to go to Winnipeg to get the training no matter what railway you join, pretty much. So, in that time, this layout will have to stay here. But even if for some reason in that time I've done something else, or YouTube's taken off for whatever reason and I can do it, full time, I would continue to keep the layout here, and I would just, come here to film it kind of thing. But again, the future's uncertain, and you never really know what the future's going to hold. I mean, this channel, I know I'm kind of rambling here at the end. I'll make a video on this at some point. But you never know, really, what life has to hold for you. I mean, I didn't intend myself coming back to the channel until it just felt right, kind of, in middle December of 23, it felt right to come back in 24, start 24 like I did, besides the one Christmas video. Because I do have my other channel, which is like, I think this morning I checked and it was at 659 subscribers, I want to say 660, something like that. So, I mean, it's my main priority, obviously. And it always has been. But I just kind of burnt myself out, and now that I'm building the railway, the layout here, I have way got my passion back. In fact, I actually started building the layout back in the summer with that one table. I'm putting the yard on it. Then, as you guys saw, I think in episode 2 or 3, I took the yard away. I didn't do that on camera, but I did take it away, as you guys did see. But you never really know what life has to hold, really. Anyways, this is the Brown Rail Fan. See you guys all in the next one. I've been rambling long enough, and I said I wanted to keep this below 20 minutes, and it's now at the 34-minute mark. Well, almost 34 minutes, so 33:40 technically, but yeah, anyways, I'll let you guys all go now. I've been talking for way too long. I'll see you guys all in the next one.